Okay. Hi, I'm Maggie Mestrich, the Director of Business Development for the Carmel Swim Club and Carmel Swim Academy. We share stories and experiences from our Carmel Swim Club alumni as a way to demonstrate the incredible, long-lasting impact that swimming, and specifically swimming with Carmel Swim Club, can have on your life. Today, I am talking with Alexis Kruzel. Hi, Alexis.
Hi, Maggie.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing well. It is great to see you and talk to you.
I know, same here. It's been a long time.
Just a few years, just a couple kids between each of us behind, and now we're back.
Yes.
All right, why don't we go ahead and jump on in? Can you place yourself in the context of Carmel swimming? When did you start? How long did you do it? All that fun stuff.
Yeah, so I started swimming with Carmel when I was 9 years old. From there, I was in and out through the club until the start of high school. And then once high school started, I was part of Carmel Swim Club and a high school swimmer. And I graduated in class of 2012.
Wonderful. And where are you now, geographically, professionally, personally, whatever you care to share?
Yes, so I'm currently living in Noblesville. I know I betrayed Carmel. I'll be coming back soon. I live with my husband and 2 kids. I have a 7-year-old named Ethan and then a almost 7-month-old named Evangeline. From a professional standpoint, I am currently a senior recruiter working at Belcan.
Wonderful. Okay, let's bring it back a little bit earlier now. What are some of your earliest memories of being around the water? It doesn't have to be related to competitive swimming.
Yeah, so I've loved the water as far as I can remember. So I have a lot of family at Florida, and I always remember going to the beach. I love the beach. That's my place to be. My grandmother has a pool, so we go to the pool all the time. And my grandma, even here, I remember just going to the neighborhood pool and playing with my grandpa. Like, that was our favorite thing to do. That was our summer deal. So I was always around water.
So it seems like it was always kind of your happy place and your place to have fun.
Yes.
What led you down the path of, okay, I'm going to stop making this just for fun and start considering it a little more seriously, joining a team? What was that decision process like?
So, kind of semi-funny story. So I actually almost drowned when I was around 7 or 8.
Oh my God.
Yes. So my grandma, she has a swimming pool. It's in Florida. And so she has her short end, which we always stayed by, 3-4 feet. And then she had her deep end, which went to 9 foot. And at the time, like us kids, right, we don't know the difference. Like, we didn't pay attention to the numbers. You're just doing your thing. So I ran to the other side and I jumped in. And I just remember trying my best to jump up and down and raising my hand, trying to get someone's attention and win it. And my mom jumped in with her pajamas, grabbed me in, and it was a whole ordeal. And my mom, she was a national rank swimmer. So she was just like, this is ridiculous. I can't, you need to know how to swim. And so from there, I started swim lessons, started swimming. We lived in Carmel. And so, Carmel Swim Club had really good ratings and really good reviews. And so my parents put me there and I started at Carmel at 9 years old.
And the rest is history. I had no idea you had that experience in your background. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's not one that I normally share just because it's right? It's kind of embarrassing because it's 7, 8. How did you not know how to swim?
No, I don't think it's embarrassing. I think that's something that, especially as a parent, sometimes it's easy to take it for granted because you were comfortable and you had been comfortable for a really long time in that one part of the pool. And then one little thing changes. You're an adventurous kid. I mean, that was always one of my favorite things, but also I know we butted heads occasionally when I was coaching, is that you have that free spirit and that you wanted to try something different and push the envelope. And that's what kids do. So thank you for sharing that. And goodness gracious, are we all glad it's okay?
Right.
All right. Hopefully maybe a little less serious, but maybe just a different kind of serious. What is the most significant lesson that you learned during your time with Carmel Swim Club?
So that's a difficult question, only because I felt like I learned a lot of lessons. But the very first thing that I immediately think of is patience. I think of patience, and then like the proverb that goes with that is all things come to those who wait. Like I love that proverb, but it's so true when it comes to swimming. Just because swimming isn't one of those sports where you see immediate changes. Like you're consistently having to push and wait, and at times modify your stroke, and then you start to notice the difference. But that's after months and months of training and doing the same thing, and it's a give and take. And that's obviously something that speaks true to life as well. And that's something that I carry even as a parent, right? You have to have patience wherever you go.
Oh, that's what I struggle the most with as a parent, that's for sure. What advice or insights would you offer to current swimmers?
So start to learn and begin to master patience, persistence, and consistency. As a former swimmer, I understand how difficult and challenging it can be to want to keep swimming at times. It is a very difficult sport where you feel like you can feel like you're not getting what you're wanting out of it. Like you feel like you're stuck in the same time, or at times, you've added 20 to 30 seconds to one of your swims, or you're not hitting your goals. And it happens. It happens to everyone. It's happened to me. It's just one of those things, and you get into that rut, but we've all been there. And I promise you, like, as you just keep pushing and you keep going, and you're going to get out of that rut. You'll get out of that rut. You're going to find those goals. You're going to hit those times, and, you're going to be better for it as a person. And you're also just going to love it. Like, you're going to feel so good once you're out of there.
Very good. What would you tell somebody who was thinking about joining Carmel Swim Club?
Do it. Like, not even a question. Just go ahead and join. Like, if you see the advertisement, do it. If you have a child and you're like, oh, I'm thinking about it, just go ahead and join. Carmel Swim Club just offers so many different opportunities, and not just from a swimming standpoint, but like you gain so many values as a person, and it makes you successful as a professional, as a parent, and even as a person. That's honestly one of the best things about Carmel Swim Club, is that, like, no matter what, I still remember every single thing that's happened there. I remember the values, like you remember the people that touch you. So do it. Just do it. You will not regret it.
All right. Do you have a favorite 1, 2, 3, however many you care to share, Carmel swimming memory?
Yeah. There's one. So I have a few. Okay. But I'll pinpoint them down to 2. So one of them, that was probably one of my all-time favorite memories, is 2012 Indianapolis Grand Prix. It took place in March. So one of the reasons it stood out is that was the meet where I felt like everyone's hard work paid off. You had people meeting, like hitting those Olympic trials. You had people meeting their personal records. I mean, it was the most fun. And obviously the best part about that too is you're seeing other swimmers. Like, it's Grand Prix. So you're seeing these Olympians swimming, and you're enjoying that. You're watching all these athletes hit every single point. And then even for me, like, what I enjoyed the most about it was that was like my one perfect swim. So, as swimmers, you don't often get very many perfect swims, if any at all. And that was the one time in my entire swim life that I've had that perfect swim where you feel like you're on cloud 9, you're flowing through the water, you feel no pain, you're hitting every turn. That was also the time that I hit my Olympic trials. So it was like, it was just the perfect moment. Honestly, it's something that I still think of and I love. And I even have the video of me doing my backstroke. So
nice.
That's one of my memories. And then another memory, it's a mix of Carmel Swim Club at Carmel High School as well, goes to when I broke parts of my hand. I don't know if you remember that. So 2012, it's my senior year. We were training, we're in the weight room, we're doing a mix, and we're running on the treadmill, doing a mix of different things from a workout perspective. And of course I fell off the treadmill. And I ended up having to have pins in my hand. So I had to have surgery, get pins in my hand. And it was the worst thing. Honestly, I was in the worst spot ever from a mental standpoint of like, this is my senior year. Yeah. I'm not going to swim. Like, how can this happen? And, the worst part is I wasn't even allowed to get into the water.
Right.
Like And so I just remember you and Chris just being like, okay, you're just going to do leg workouts. And I remember pushing, like just being like, no, this is ridiculous. Like, why am I even here at this practice doing, squats and lunges and doing these and just kicking? Like all I'm doing is kicking. And sure enough, it really did pay off.
Well, I think it's for people who might not know, to know that you're talking about, December, end of year of 2011. And when that perfect moment was, that was only 4 or 5 months after that Grand Prix meet, I think was April of 2012. So it worked out.
It does. And honestly, if you do get hurt or injured, listen to your coach. They know what they're doing. I was there when it happened. And I just remember Chris being like, you got to just keep your head into it. Just keep doing it. And I'm like, I'm just kicking. Like, how is this going to help? Like, I'm not even using
backstroker, so it definitely helped.
It did. It really did. And honestly, once I got the pins out and I found I got my backstroke back into gear, I did great. It was awesome. And honestly, I couldn't have done it without you guys.
Oh, wow. And also it's just a good, there's a little echo, sorry. Our good reminder that as swimmers, sometimes we should stay away from treadmill still to this day.
Yes. When you're a swimmer, you should swim. And if you're going to run outside. Do not run on the treadmill.
All right. Do you think there's anything that might surprise somebody to learn about Carmel Swim Club?
Yeah. So I would say Carmel Swim Club is more than just a swimming program. I know I touched a bit about it a few questions before, but it really is. You will meet your lifelong friends there, or even your significant other. Carmel Swim Club is a family program. It really is, and it instills great values. You can spend so much time at the pool, and everyone there ends up becoming like a second part of your family. The amount of hours that you're there, just everyone's there. Everyone's there to support you. They're there for you, and in every single type of form if possible. But yeah.
That's great. Anything else that you want to add or share today?
I would say enjoy every second. It goes by a lot faster than you think. I also recommend every once in a while to stop and just enjoy the moment, especially those moments where I would say definitely the moments where you feel like it's like the worst, because you're going to go back and be like, that's the worst spot I was ever at, but look where I came from that. And just appreciate that, because when you think you can't, you can.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Alexis.
Absolutely, Maggie. It's been a pleasure.